it's actually gone up quite considerably within the organisation as well. And, I just find it extremely rewarding. You know, and it's not just about punishing people; it's about trying to what's the word I'm looking for? Rehabilitate them as well.
Yeah, but don't you feel guilty when you've got to send people down?
No, I don't. The only time that I ever send people down, I feel that it's extremely justified. And we do it for two reasons. First of all, is to protect society. And secondly, is to punish people. You know, if there are people going around thieving and stealing and doing all sorts of other things, and who won't stop, then the only thing that we can do is actually send them to prison.
Oh yeah, I agree with all that. I mean, obviously,
and they're basically the only people that do generally go to prison, you know.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Like, I mean, obviously, you know, violent offenders, you know, people who, whatever, you know, thieves, things like that. But there's a lot of things in society that, you know, are a bit ridiculous. I mean, you know, you could argue there's many things. You know, council tax, for instance, eventually you can get sent to prison for.
You can't really do that anymore. That's it. I can't remember ever sending anybody to prison for not paying their council tax. Well, in fact, I've done it for, must be, I was going to say over 10 years, it's longer than that. But yeah, you get a person who steals a Mars bar from Tesco's and they go to prison because they've done it about 400 times in the past and you've tried absolutely everything and said, look, unless you stop doing this, we will be left with no alternative, and they keep doing it. You know.
Yeah, I know. Some people are just idiots, though, aren't they? That's the thing.
But,
they just can't stop themselves, do they?
There's no reward over sending someone to prison. What there is a reward is actually sending out a message to people that there are certain standards that the general public would like people to actually obey, and that's the issue. Unfortunately, lots of them won't do that. What is going on?
What about someone who's caught doing 110?
Depends if they do it all the time, you know. I mean, it's unusual to even take the license off someone.
I was caught doing 96 at Christmas.
Yeah,
I got.
So you should have got a fixed penalty from the police.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I mean, if you're polite to the police and you get stopped at that kind of speed, you'll get a fixed penalty. Sentencing guidelines are that you should not get a fixed penalty. You should go to court.
Yeah,
and you'll get 5 penalty points on your licence. But the police do the sensible thing, and you'll get a fixed penalty. You know.
Yeah, I know. The police. I mean, in my experience, it just depends how much you annoy the police, really.
Yeah, that's right. You've got to be polite to them. You know, however much it rankles at times. You know. And it does at times. You know.
I still think it's weird, though. I mean, I got a mate who's in prison, and he's gone down for, I think he's 21, and I think he had sex with a 15. She might have been 14, actually.
Right.
Anyway, he's caught, and I think then he did it again. and he's gone to prison. But you know, me personally, I don't really see a problem with it because there's a lot of countries out there. You know, you've only got to look at Spain. The age of consent's 13.
Yeah, but
you
the
know.
problem is we don't live in Spain, and the vast majority of this country have a problem with it. And all I would say to people is...
I think that's debatable.
Well, it's not, you know.
I don't know. I think out on the street, people, maybe in the upper echelons of society...
Out on the street, people would lynch people for doing that.
I don't know. To be up to a certain age, like people who are like him, like 20, 21, I don't think people really care. You know, it depends on...
I don't agree.
I mean, yeah, well, I think it depends on the people involved in the case, because, you know, it's not just Spain. I mean, you said just Spain, but there's a lot of countries, you know.
Not in Europe. Spain, because I was in Spain when that was raised. Spain is the only country in the European Union which you're legally allowed to have sex with someone under the age of 16.
No, it's not.
The law's changing.
What, so is Italy not the European Union? Because in Italy it's 14.
Not as far as I know.
No, it's 14 in Italy. I'll bring it up on Wikipedia now.
Well, I'm sure that will change as well.
And in France it's 15. That's why that bloke and that girl ran to France. Because...
But the thing is, we don't live in France.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just...
And what I say to people, it's like the people who actually come across here and then want to introduce their own law, like, for example, Sharia law. I say, if you want to live the laws of another country, go and live there and live their laws.
Yeah, no, I know. I just...
You know, it's like going into, for example, the Stretford end at Manchester and then wanting to shout for Liverpool. You know, if you go in the Stretford end at Manchester, you've got to abide by what everyone else does. You know, and if you don't, then the other people around you are going to react, and that's what happens here. You know, and that's what I say to all these Muslims. By all means, have your own religion and your own traditions, but the law of this country supersedes all of those. It comes first. You know.
Well, you see, the only reason is, see, I was having sex at 14. When I was 14, I was having sex, so I'm like, you know, I didn't see a problem with it. Frances was having sex when she was 13. I think she might have even been 12. You know, I'm just saying, there's a lot of people like that. I'm just saying, like, you know, it's just like doing 90 on the motorway, 100, 110. There's a lot of people who break a lot of the laws. You know, I just think the country could be more liberal. I mean, if you look at Germany, they don't have speed limits on their motorways.
Well, they do have speed limits on a lot of their motorways.
I don't know, I thought the autobahns generally don't.
On parts of the autobahn they don't, but I'll do 95 miles an hour on the motorway, and if I get caught, to me, it's a fair cop, and I expect to get done. Simple.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
I'd never have the argument, oh yeah, but in Germany, you know, I just say it's a fair cop, you know. But that's what I'm actually quite proud of, upholding the laws of this country, the laws that people want. You know, I mean, whether you're black, white, red or green, the fact of the matter is that they're laws of this country. And that's what you should be upholding. But yeah, I mean, you know, there are other countries with actual different laws. I mean, like in America, if you go to America and you murder someone, the chances are that you'll get executed. Well, it's the law of that country, isn't it? You know, I don't agree with it. And I certainly wouldn't want to live there. For that very reason, actually. But,
Well, that's fair enough, but with that all in mind, then surely you must have known, with the incident with me, that was illegal. So why would you do that?
which incident?
With the asbestos?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Alex. I haven't got Alex Luke. This is
So basically, you're telling me, right, that you've no idea what I'm talking about.
Correct, that's exactly what I'm saying.
So you're saying that you paid off my car finance out of the goodness of your heart.
Correct, that's exactly what I did, and that is what I was so pissed off with you about, because that's why I did it.
So,
Because I honestly thought, like you said, about your snooker player mate whose dad actually gave him a chance in life and actually spent a load of money on him. That's exactly what I did with you. That is exactly what I did. And I thought, maybe for once, I can actually set Luke up here, I can find him a job, find him a flat, actually get him on the straight and narrow. And that's the only reason. There's no other reason.
but you see, the fact you deny that to me, right, that immediately makes alarm bells ring in my head. Because if you were to turn around to me and be like, you know, do you know what I mean? Like, you said to me, it was between me and you, right? And I kept my word. I kept my fucking word. I kept my word. No. You fucking listen to me now.
No. I think the conversation has gone on long
No.
enough. I really wanted to make an attempt.
No.
No. Already you're shouting, you're raising your voice.
No.
You're saying
Because because I kept my word. Listen.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. I kept my word to you.
What? I have no idea what
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
But I have no idea what it is.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay, if you say so, I have no idea.
Right, well, whatever, yeah? Just listen, for change. I didn't tell anyone, just like you said, yeah? I kept my side of the word. Do you know what I mean? I would never have snitched on you. I would never have fucking gone to the authorities. I never did go to the authorities. I could have gone to the authorities. I know exactly where it is in Wrecking Road. I've been up there.
Yeah.
I could have easily done that.
You're talking about that incident when we cleared something out of some woman's garden. There was nothing in that at all, Alex.
Luke.
There was absolutely nothing. That wasn't true. That was just one big joke that for some reason you seem to think was true.
But why did you tell me that it's just a load of rubbish, Chrysler
Because
tyres?
it was just a joke at the time. Like you might say, oh come on, let's move this bin, it's got a load of dog shit in. The kind of thing I would say, it just wasn't true. And for some reason you think it was, and it wasn't. That's why I said I have no idea what you're talking about, because there was no such incident. None.
But when you say we cleared, you know that you didn't clear. You left me to clear. That's the thing. So when you lie, this is the problem though, isn't it, Dad? You're coming from this holier-than-thou viewpoint, but then you're lying to your own son's face about what happened, and you know, between me and you, what happened.
Absolutely.
I've never gone to anyone. I told everyone eventually, because I got angry with you when 4 years down the line, you contact me, start giving me abuse, and I'm at that point feeling quite sick. Actually, physically, I mean, not well at all.
Yeah, I think the time is for us to call it a day here, because I don't see any point in continuing the conversation.
Well, no, there is a point in continuing the
I
conversation.
really don't. It's as simple as that. I really don't.
Of course there is. Of course there's a point in continuing the conversation. You see this here, right? I bought this after because I was so concerned, respironics, that I had asbestos in my lungs. So you say it's a joke?
But I'm sure it's not true. You show me a medical certificate from a doctor that says you've got asbestos.
But it's virtually impossible to prove.
No, it's not.
It nigh on is.
But it's
So why would I go to this though, Dad? Look,
because
this is the best part of £200 here.
Because
£200?
because
You think I've done that out of some sort of joke, just to spite you?
I think you've done it for all the wrong
What's wrong
reasons.
with you? What is wrong with you though?
If the doctor had said to you, look, Luke, you've got asbestosis, you need to buy this actual piece of kit, that's fine. But I see this all the time with actual people that get things in their head about things.
Well, maybe you're right, but then of course I'm going to have something in my head, because you're actually saying to me things didn't happen that happened.
Correct.
Now,
that's absolutely right. It didn't happen.
yeah.
Correct.
But you just told me it happened. You just said at that woman's house that time when we removed that stuff.
There was no asbestos.
Well, what was it then? Why did you take me to remove something on condition of paying my finance?
Going back, it was not a condition. That was years and years and years.
I know it was years. What? No, it wasn't. It was when I stayed with you. I was only with you a week.
It was not, because it was the time.
I was only with you a week, Dad. Not even 2 weeks was I with you. You know exactly what I'm on about.
It's impossible to talk to you about this, Luke, because you've got things in your head which are just not true.
No, it's not. I wanted to have it out with you because I want us to repair our relationship, because I want to think better of you. I want to. Do you know what I mean? I want to build. It's just bridges at the end of the day.
Okay. And the rest of the law.
Fantastic.
Okay.
So for the business cards,
We'll sort that in the morning.
do I have from first thing? That'd be all right.
First thing, we'll have a look at it,
Okay.
and then you can send you approve, and then you can approve it, and then you'll print it.
Right, okay. So it's live tomorrow.
Yeah, until later in the day.
Okay.
You know, so I'm sure that we can sort something out by lunchtime.
Sure. No, that's going to be too late.
We'll have a look at it first thing in the morning, but we will need you to approve first.
I just thought it was super simple. Not really. I mean, I can, if you've got one knocking around, just super black and white. My logo, that's
Okay.
it.
We'll have a look first thing in the morning for you.
Okay, I'll give you a call.
How many are you looking for?
Just 100, just to go on these, and then potentially a lot more.
Okay. Alright.
I'll give you a bell in the morning if you like.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no problem at all.
Thing is, you told me that blue and brown are made you sick. Now, I believe you. I actually believe what you said. In fact, I understand and agree with that. I'm not going to argue with you. You know, I don't actually think, and I would definitely like to think that my own dad wouldn't deliberately do something that to me, because I don't think you understand how much hurt you've caused me over the years, and this is what I think you need to understand and get into your head, really. Do you know what I mean? The damage you've caused me mentally, whether you've done any damage physically, is debatable. Now, I'm not going to argue with you there, because I haven't got any hard evidence. I haven't got any. That's fair enough.
The problem is, Luke, that every time...
I'm not trying to get you done, Dad. I would never go squealing to the authorities. That's where me and you are different. I wouldn't go to the fucking pigs. I wouldn't go to the feds. If I wanted to get you, I wouldn't do that. I'd come and get you. I wouldn't do that. I'm not like that. No, listen. I want to sort things out, Dad, and move on from this. And I need to hear from you that was only chrysotile. I need you to tell me...
What?
Chrysotile.
What the hell's that? I've never heard of it.
So that's what you're saying, is it?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. So basically, you're confirming to me then that you did completely stitch me up.
I'm not confirming to you anything. Just think about things logically. Outside your own sphere, you go to somebody's house that's been built by the local authority in the 1980s, right? The 1980s, this is not the 1880s, and somehow you're going to believe that in the 1980s, the local authority built houses with asbestos in it. Now, you know, as a logical person, that cannot.
possibly
What, in the 80s?
legally be true.
They didn't disband them Brown, I think, until 87, which is where the problem lies. And chrysotile was still in use until the late 90s. Now, whatever, I actually genuinely believe what you say. Low-level chrysotile, it's nothing.
I've told you more than once that there was no such thing.
Well,
Now,
I know, and the fact is,
reason,
yeah, I know.
for some reason, you wanted to believe there was, to such an extent that you believed, according to what you contacted me about in the past, you believed that you actually had asbestosis. You know, what can I say? I can't say anything.
Well, I'll just read you this. No parent in their right mind would knowingly expose their child to this danger.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
So you basically, you're telling me that you're not in your right mind.
No, I'm saying to you that it's all a figment of your imagination.
So you're saying to me that it's all a thing in my imagination.
That's absolutely right.
And that's the way you're going to play it, is
And
it?
that's the problem, is that when you come here and you shout, and you shout and you swear, I mean, I've actually been as nice as pie said, it's great to see you, I'd like to, I'd even like to give you a hug, and all you do is you bring a load of garbage along, and for some reason this strange machine that you spend hundreds of pounds on, and I don't understand why. You know,
Exactly why.
because it is only a figment of your imagination. No such thing.
Figment of my imagination, yeah? Figment.
Yeah, it is. It is. That is exactly what it is.
So,
Because
you think that helped me paying off that finance?
That's got
Why would
nothing
that
to
help
do
me?
with it.
Why would that help me?
That's got nothing.
Why would that
to do
help
with
me?
it. Why?
Why would it help me?
Because at the time you didn't have a job. You didn't have anywhere to live. So what did I do? I actually got you an interview at a company for a proper job. We actually found a flat.
So that's why you did it. Because you were pissed off with me because I fucked up the job.
What are you talking about?
Because I didn't get the job.
You never went to the interview.
But that's what I'm saying. I know, but
Well, you never went to the
well,
interview.
how did you get me a job then?
And that's where it all.
How did you get me a job then?
I didn't get you a job. What I said was I got you an interview for a job and actually start on a new career, actually start in a new life with a roof over your head, a job, no debts behind you, and you turned around and you walked away from it all.
Well, that's not no debts, because I said that's the credit card debt. The thing is, the job that you tried getting me, it was a job that you wanted me to have, not a job that I
It wasn't
wanted.
that job I
But
wanted.
everything's always been about what
It's
you
not.
wanted.
It's
Everything
not.
has always been about what you wanted. Name one time where you sat and watched me do something.
What you you're joking.
When?
You forget when you were younger.
What,
You
when I was
forget-
4?
When you used to play football, for example, and I used to take
That was
you.
till I was about 5, 6.
No, it wasn't. It was when you lived in Oxford and you started playing actually with the B team, and I ran the B team actually for him because he had a leg. The B team, Kidlington, whatever the team was up there. I can remember it all. I can remember. I used to take the team away because there were quite a few kids that weren't good enough actually for the first team, and he said, "Would I run the second team? It would give you a game and whatever." Blah 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 blah. That's it. I can't say anything else to you. Like I say, no, I can't, because what you're saying to me is.
So basically, what you're saying then is you're more important than me. You're not interested in your own son's worry.
No.
You're not interested in your own son's mental health, because all you're interested in is how you look to yourself and other people. And the fact of the matter is, right, I kept my fucking word to you. Doesn't that mean nothing to you?
What do you mean?
I kept my word to you.
How? How did you keep your word?
You fucking know exactly how.
I have no idea. This conversation is going nowhere.
What do you mean? You've no idea how?
I have no idea, because you just buggered off. When you say you kept
How
your
did I
word,
bugger off?
you just
So,
disappeared.
okay, so where was this woman's fucking place then, where the stuff was removed? Why can't you, where was the address? Why did you get me
I
to do
have
that?
no idea. I have
You
no
just told
idea.
me, you just said it.
No, I didn't. You did.
You just said about removing stuff. What stuff? Where?
I don't know where it was all those years ago from a council
You
house.
don't know where it was
Correct.
from a council
Correct.
house.
And that's all I've got to say. This is going nowhere.
This is going nowhere. Well, that's fine. That's fine. But just remember, you have admitted it's Tamsin, and she will come down on my fucking side. And no matter what gifts you buy her, mate, she'll tell the fucking truth. And you'll be fucked if I decide to go to the authorities. So I fucking think very carefully in your fucking mind about what you do, mate. Because I'll fucking get... Fucking cunt. If you think, mate, if you think you're going to fucking worm your way out of this, you're wrong. No, you're wrong, Dad. You hear me? You're fucking wrong, mate. You are going to pay for what you fucking did, mate. You, mate, this man tricked me into asbestos removal without a fucking mask. Don't fucking deny it.
Go away.
You cunt.
Go away.
The man tricked me into asbestos removal. He's my fucking dad. Why? Why? What did I do? Why? You fucking prick! Don't think you're going to get away with it, mate. Don't think you're going to fucking hide behind people, because you fucking won't. You hear me? You fucking hear me? You think you're going to get away with it? You think you're smarter than everyone, don't you? I know you got fucking money for it, mate. I know you got money. Sorry, mate. Very angry with that man. 10 years ago, he tricked me into an AIB removal with no mask. Pocketed a lot of fucking money. And now he's denying it and saying I'm mad. He's saying I'm mad. Because I'm fucking denying it. I do apologise, everyone. Haven't done any damage, have I? Because I went a bit mental. I got off my chest. At the end of the day, I wanted to talk to him, man to man, sort things out, came here to him. Fuck you then. You're not my dad. As far as I'm concerned, you're scum. You go around saying you're a magistrate. Yeah, he's a magistrate. Yeah, he's a magistrate. He's my dad. And 10 years ago, he took me to remove asbestos and didn't warn me what it was. And left me on my own to do it. What sort of man does that? It's lower than the lowest form of pond life I've ever known. Do you know that? I don't think you're going to get away with it. And by the way, that's fine. That's fine. No, I'm going to wait this quickly. Because you know I haven't reported it yet. I'll report it now. I'll report it now. Sorry. Listen, mate, sorry, I was just... Can I get a drink?
Yeah.
You done? Yeah. Would that not upset you? Oh, man, did something like that to you, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, I did fucking nothing to him, man. He's fucking going around saying I'm mad and shit. Do you know what I mean? I was just 21 years old, man. I didn't know what fucking asbestos is. I mean, what the fuck did he do that? What's wrong with him? The fucking man. He's fucked in the head, mate. He's fucked. Do you know what I mean? What can I say, mate?
Yeah,
what can I say? I just want to get a drink. I better go. Anything you got was cold, mate. Do you know what I mean though? Do you not think it doesn't matter? But the fact is, right, he took me there, he said it was just price tag, blah blah blah. I said fine, did the job for him. It's a very long story, mate. Very long story. But now he's denying that even happened. He's just saying it never happened to me. So do you know what I mean? I've got very bad asthma now. Yes. And I think that is probably the cause.
And I'm trying to resolve something, and this is where it's got to, because he won't be saying it didn't happen, it didn't happen. Do you know what I mean? How would you feel? How would you feel if your own dad did that to you? Do you know what I mean? You'd be furious, wouldn't you? Furious. It doesn't even matter, it's just the fact he did it. You know what I mean? Why did you do it? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Why did you tell her what you did? Why did you tell her what you did? Sorry love, I really apologise. He's my dad, and what he did, right, in 2003, was take me to remove asbestos without a mask. He didn't warn me what it was. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to go. Pointless. I'll give up. Forget it. That's my dad. You know this. Get out of my way, love. I don't think you can get away with it, mate. So that's what you're going to say, is it? Well, no, I lost the head, I shouted it. Oh, I just lost it, mate. Denied it. Oh, just gonna have to get him, ain't I?